This
into QA.
conference will now be recorded.
Okay. So I have around 12 years of experience into QA, both into manual as well as automation. Presently, I'm working as a lead in one of the product-based company. Okay, fine. So now, so since today is our very first session team, okay, so kind of a demo part. So what I will do is I will just go through the course content, and then we will start with the demo. So before we start team, okay, could you please introduce yourself as well team? Hello.
Hi, Shravan. This is Karuna.
Yeah, hi Karuna.
Hi. So I did my BCA I passed out in 2004. Like I did my BCA, and from that time, like I'm a housewife. Yeah,
Okay.
just I wanted to start my career right now.
Okay. So sounds good, Karna. Like, just want to know. Okay, do you have any coding experience over there in your past, training also?
No training, nothing. Just I started. Like I'm just looking at my career just now. I want to start my career.
Okay, that's good.
I don't
Okay.
have any experience in anything.
Okay, fine, no problem. Yeah. And next is Adarsha. Adarsha.
Hi, sir. Hi, sir. This is Adarsh from Bangalore.
Adarsha, we are unable to hear you.
Adarsh from Bangalore.
Okay, Adarsh. Yeah, go ahead.
I completed my electronics and communication branch in 2015. Actually, I worked for 3
Sorry, you are not audible.
Yeah, can you check your speaker? It is not so audible.
Now it is audible.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes, Adarsh.
Hello.
Yeah. Yes.
Adarsh from Bangalore. I actually worked for 3 years for network engineer, but I actually from past 2 years I am searching for a job in IT field, but I am not able to get any courses. Now I am going to for IT, but I have a reference. So what they have told is you have to get some basics things. We will move on to you on our company. So that's why I'm getting some information. As nowadays this is Corona is going on, so that why that I can't go to the any place to take a say, like what
Classroom training, right?
Yeah. So
okay, sounds good, Adarsha. Okay. Coming to Raghuvaran. Raghuvaran, am I audible to you? All right. Okay.
Hello.
Fine. Yes, Raghuvaran.
Hello.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
You're audible.
Actually, I'm Raghuvaran. I'm from Hyderabad. So I'm working in Genpact as a process associated in F&A, finance and accounting. So I would like to change my domain to technical field. So
okay, sounds good.
I've been through coding through YouTube classes. I have a little knowledge of coding, only some little knowledge of coding. So I would like to get into testing, automation, and manual. So I prefer to choose your.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah. That's it from my end.
Okay, thank you, Raghuvaran. Okay, fine team. So let me quickly share my screen with you guys. Okay. Could you able to see my screen, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
All right. Okay. And guys, you can call me Shravan. Okay. My name is Shravan. You can call me Shravan. Okay. So in IT field, okay, there is nowhere wherein we are going to call sir or madam. Okay. So even though he is a CEO of your organization, you need to call him by his name. All right. Yeah. So this is the first part. Okay. This is the first, what we can say, thought for the day. Okay. Fine. So coming to the course content team over here, okay, when it comes to the manual testing, okay, I will be training you on the entire stuff of manual testing concepts. Okay, the what is manual testing, what is automation testing, and what are some key roles over there. Okay, that we will be looking into it. Okay, then we will be stepping into software development life cycle models, or the methodologies, what we call them as. Okay, here we will be learning on what is V model, waterfall model, prototype, RAD, that is rapid application development model, spiral model, and the agile methodology. Okay, and we will be focusing much more on the agile model, okay, and the V model, because these are the models which we prominently being used in the real time scenarios, okay, compared with the other models. Then we will be looking into some of the methods of testing. Okay, that means the time when we are going to design the test cases, okay, or what we can say like compiling the test cases in technical terminologies, or in simple words we can say designing the test cases or writing the test cases. Okay, so we will be having some black box test design techniques wherein we are going to use these techniques in order to design the test cases. Okay, and we'll also be looking into some of the methods of testing, that is black box, white box, and gray box. So who is going to perform what? Then we will also be looking into some of the types of testing. We do have n number of types, team, like sanity, smoke, ad hoc, okay, functional testing, regression testing, retesting, okay, a lot of testing types. That and all we will be covering in this part. Okay, then we will also be looking into how to design the test case, what is a use case document or a user story, and what it contains. And based on that use case document or the user story, we are supposed to write the test cases. So how we are going to write the test cases and all, I'll let you know. Then we will be focusing on a test plan document. So ideally a test plan document is wherein a test lead will be designing the test plan document. Okay, so obviously you won't stop your career in senior software engineer or senior QA engineer also. You will be promoting to the lead position, okay, one or the other day. Okay, so in that case you will be asked to design the test plan document. Okay, so what are the test plan documents, what are the different contents in the test plan document and all, we'll be looking into over here. Okay, then we'll be also focusing on the test data. Okay, we will be working with the positive test data and the negative test data. Positive and a negative test data in the sense valid username, valid password. Okay, negative test data in the sense invalid username, invalid password kind of things. Okay, then the types of reviews, then software test life cycle, or else we call it as E2E cycle, that is end-to-end cycle. Okay, what are the different contents that we are going to have, that and all we will be exploring over there. Then we will step into the bug life cycle or the defect life cycle. Okay, bug in the sense it's an error. Okay, it's an error or some malfunctioning, okay, in the logic. So that and all we will be looking into. Then defect reporting. So say I found a defect, how I can report it to the development team. Okay, and then we'll be focusing on Jira. We'll also be focusing on the database testing. We'll also be focusing on the API testing using SOAP UI or Postman. Okay, so these are the contents that we are going to look into as part of manual testing. Okay, now then when it comes to the automation testing called as Selenium. So in Selenium team, okay, we'll be focusing on the different difference between Selenium and QTP. QTP is one of the predominantly used tool. As of now, we term it as UFT tool, that is Unified Functional Testing Tool. QTP stands for Quick Test Professional. Okay, and Selenium, what is the difference between a Selenium and UFT tool also? Okay, what are the advantages of automation testing? What are the different components of Selenium? Like Selenium IDE, Selenium RC, Selenium WebDriver, Selenium Grid. What are the difference? What is the difference between those components? Okay, all this will be focusing over here in the introduction part. Then once we are done, we'll be focusing into Java programming. So this is for people who are interested to go with the automation testing training. Okay, I don't know, okay, among you people who are interested to go with both manual as well as automation, but as part of automation testing team, this is the course content we do have. Okay, so we will be focusing on the Java programming from the basics to the collection frameworks. and then I will also be covering the OOPS concepts and all. Then we'll be focusing on Selenium IDE and Selenium RC. Okay, though these components are not being used in the real-time scenarios team, we will be focusing on these components just to have a quick glance on it. Okay, what is this, how we are going to use it and all. Okay, so we won't leave anything in our training class. Okay, we'll be covering everything. So we'll focus on Selenium IDE and Selenium RC. Then we'll step into the Selenium WebDriver. Okay, in the WebDriver concept team, we will be working on a lot of methods. Okay, Selenium methods that we do have, and how we are going to read the data from the Excel, how we are going to write the data into an Excel, how we are going to take the snapshot, how to upload a file using, that is, we do have two ways. Okay, using AutoIt and then directly. Okay, how to work with web tables, Ajax concepts, multiple windows, dynamic elements, and then we will be also focusing on the API testing using REST assured. Okay, REST assured is a jar file wherein we are going to configure so that we can hit an API, and then we will hit an API so that it will send a request. What is the request that we are going to send? What is the response that we are going to get? And what is that we are going to validate? How we are going to validate from the code? Okay, all this will be trained over there in our training class. Then we'll be focusing on Selenium Grid. Okay, how we are going to configure the Selenium Grid and how we are going to work with multiple nodes and hubs. Okay. Then as part of the framework team, I'll be focusing on JUnit, TestNG, and then Cucumber framework. Okay, so all these three frameworks, we call them as a built-in frameworks, okay, or inbuilt frameworks. All right, that means we don't have to write it or design a framework code. Okay, it is a ready-made framework. Okay, what we have to do is we have to download it, we have to configure it, and we will be writing a little bit of code. Okay, we will not design the framework from the scratch over here because it's a ready-made framework. We should be knowing how to work with it. Okay, so once we are done with these three, TestNG, Cucumber, and JUnit, we'll be focusing on the other frameworks such as user-defined frameworks, we call them as. Okay, that is data-driven, keyword-driven, and hybrid-driven framework. Okay, so these are the frameworks that we are going to write the code from the scratch. So you don't have to worry about it, team. I'll be sharing you my screen and I will be writing the code from the line number 1. Okay, so you don't have to be to get confused also. Okay, then we'll be focusing on how we are going to have the logs configured in our framework, how we are going to configure the properties file. Okay, and by using page object model and page factory, how we are going to design this framework. We will be also working with the extend reports. Okay, because once we are done with the test case execution, there should be a report. Okay, wherein it says, okay, I have executed 500 test cases. Out of 500, 400 got passed and 100 got failed. So what are the test cases that I've executed? What are the test cases that have failed? So everything will be showed in the extend reports. Okay, and we will be also working with the Maven integration apart from Java project. We'll also focus our knowledge on CI tool, that is continuous integration tool team. Okay, that is called Jenkins. We'll also work with creating a bat file, and then Git or GitHub. Git or GitHub is an SVN tool. Okay, a version control tool, wherein we can go ahead and save our code, okay, over there in the server, so that others can go ahead and check in and then check out the code. Okay, all this will be trained as part of the automation testing. Clear? Any questions so far, team? Any questions? You have any questions, team?
No, sir.
No.
No question. Yeah, go ahead. Yes, Karna, do you have any question?
No, Shravan.
Okay, all
Just
right.
I'm looking for the manual testing only. I'm interested in manual testing, not the automation.
Okay, fine. Yeah, not a problem. Okay, this is for the people, okay, who are interested, because there are a couple of people, okay, we have multiple participants over here, right? So probably
Okay.
couple of them were looking for manual testing, couple of them were looking for automation testing. So it was the thing. Anyways, fine, not a problem. Okay, team, fine. So now let us go with the some of the basic contents that I am going to tell you on this demo part. Okay, so basically, what is software testing? Now, before we go with what is software testing on all, let us block this. Let us go ahead and learn what is testing.
Excuse me, sir. Sorry to interrupt. Actually, I don't know which one is asking for manual and automation. I'm not sure with the people. So can you just confirm, sir, so that no need to waste time, right?
Okay. So, guys, okay, could you please confirm, okay, who are looking for manual and automation, and who are looking for only automation, and who are looking for only manual?
I'm looking for both manual and automation.
Okay, Raghuvaran, thank you. Thank you for confirming. Okay, Adarsha?
I am also both.
Okay, you're looking for both manual testing as well as automation.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. Thanks, Adarsha. How about you, Karna?
Yeah, I'm
Fine,
just looking
fine.
for manual testing.
Okay. Okay, is that clear, Sweta?
Thanks for clearing. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay, team. Fine. So let us continue. Okay. So what is software testing? Now, before we jump into this, okay, let us go ahead and strike out this software. Okay. Let us go and figure out what is testing. So basically in our day-to-day life, team, okay, say for example, okay, I am preparing a recipe at my home. Okay, I'm preparing a recipe at my home. Now, before I serve that recipe to my family members, what I will do, I will taste it a bit. Okay, I will taste that dish. Okay, a bit. Why? Am I feeling hungry? Obviously, no. The reason is I just want to make sure that whatever the salt, pepper, and the other ingredients that I have mixed in preparing that recipe are in the right quantity or not. That is something called as testing. Okay, team. So even in our IT sector also, there is a concept called as testing, and we call it as software testing. Now, what exactly is software testing? Let us go and see. When it comes to software testing is a process of verification and validation to ensure a defect-free application to the client. Fine. So now let us go ahead and look into each and every concept. Okay. So as I said, what is software testing? Software testing is a process of verification. Now, what is verification and validation? Okay. What is validation? To ensure a defect-free application. Now, what is a defect? Okay. Now, when I say verification is something, let us say, for example, team, there is a web page application. There is a web page. We have n number of applications. Let us go with some Facebook application, www.facebook.com application. Okay. So in this facebook.com application, team, what you're going to do, you are going to enter your user credentials over here. And then you are going to enter the user ID, you are going to enter the password, and you are going to hit on this login button. So once you click on this login button, what happens? It will redirect you to the Facebook dashboard, okay, to your page. Okay, the page wherein you have uploaded your pics, wherein you have added your friends and all these things, right team? Okay, so this functionality is something called as validation. Oh, sorry, verification. So when I say verification, that means you are going to test the functionality of the application. Okay, clicking on a button or clicking on a link. Say you have a forgot password link. So you're going to click on it. Okay, so when you click on the forgot password, it will navigate you to a forgot password page wherein there will be some questions, security questions also, wherein you have to go ahead and answer. Right, team? So that is something called as verification. Now then, coming to validation. What do you mean by validation? Okay, when I talk about this validation, team, let us go with your online banking. Okay, internet banking. Say there is an internet banking application, any banking application. Okay, say you have to go ahead and change, you have to go ahead and enter your username or the user ID or customer ID. You have to enter the password, right? And then click on login button. Okay, fine. Now say for example, you want to change your password. Now if I want to change my password, if I go ahead and set the password as Shravan, okay, will it accept? Obviously no. Why? Because there are some rules, validation rules, which has been incorporated with the application itself. What are the rules? Okay, password should not be less than 8 letters. Should not be less than 8 letters. Password should contain at least one uppercase in the sense a capital letter word. Okay, and then password should contain at least one number. Okay, password should contain at least one special symbol in the sense at the rate, okay, or quotation, or anything you can take, or hash, dollar, okay, anything you can take. Password should not contain any space bar. Okay, should not contain, I will say no space bars in the password. So these are the limitations when we are going to set the password. These are called as validations. Okay, team. Understood verification. Verification in the sense you are going to click on a button or a link and it is going to take you to a next page. Validation in the sense you are going to verify the text that you are going to enter, okay, within the boundaries, okay, or with whatever the text that you are going to enter, whether it is valid data or an invalid data, that we call it as validation. To ensure a defect-free application, okay, when I say a defect, what is a defect? A defect actually terms as if expected result is not equals to actual result. If expected result is not equals to actual result, it is termed as a defect. Now, there lies a question. What is actual result? What is expected result? When I say actual result is the one which we are going to see in the test application, the time when we are testing. What is expected result? Expected result is the client is expecting something. Okay, he will be sharing in the form of the requirements. Okay, expected result is nothing but the client requirements. I can say client requirements. Okay, this is nothing but expected result. Actual result is the time when we are testing. What is that I can see? For example, let us go with a Gmail application. So in the Gmail application, could someone let me know what will be the color of a button? You all have the Gmail accounts, right? So could someone let me know what will be the color of a button in the Gmail login page? Anybody? Guess, am I audible to you? Hello?
Maybe green.
Yes, yes, yes.
In the Gmail login page, it's a green button. Any other answers?
Blue.
Yes, it's a blue color. Okay, in the Gmail login page, we have a blue color. And could someone let me know what is the name of the button? Name of the button that I can see. What is the name?
Name.
Let us assume sign in or login button. Okay, for example, sign in button. Okay, so say I am the owner of the Google. Okay, just assume. Okay, not exactly, but let us assume. Okay, say I am the client. Okay, and I came with one requirement. The first requirement is change the name of the button. Okay, name of the button should not be sign in. Sign in. Okay, name of the button should not be sign in. It should be displayed as login. Okay, so this is my first requirement. Second requirement is color of a button. Okay, color, it is in blue. I don't want to see any blue color. Okay, in fact, change the color to orange color. Orange color. Okay, now these are the client, these are my requirements. Okay, and since I am the client, I am the owner, I'll be sharing these requirements with the development team. Now what the development team will do is they will go ahead and make the code changes and they will go ahead and test it from their end, and then they will be moving it to the testing. So once they deploy the code into the QA environment, what we can say, okay, QA environment. Okay, I'll talk about this, all these things, deployment, okay, how it goes to the development, how it goes to the QA. Okay, so basically development team are going to make the code changes, okay, based on these requirements, and they will ask us to test. Now what I will do, I'll open the Gmail application, www.gmail.com. So it will launch the Gmail login page. So the Gmail login page, I have to enter the username. I can see username, password, and there is a button. What is the button name? Okay, button name, for example, okay, earlier, as I said, okay, it is a sign in button. Now it displays as login. Login. That means it is pass. This is pass. Now when I see the color of a button, it is still in blue color. Ideally, what is my requirement? My requirement is, client requirement is orange color. The color of a button should be displayed as orange, but here it shows in blue color. Okay, it shows in blue color. That means this test case, the second requirement has failed, right? The second requirement has failed. Now when I say expected result, what is the client expected result? It is orange color. What is the actual result that I can see? It is blue color. So that means that is termed as a defect. Understood, team? When the expected result is not equals to actual result, we term it as a defect. Okay, that means a bug or a defect. Okay, clear? So we are going to make sure or ensure a defect-free application. That means in the application that we are going to test, we have to make sure that there are no defects. Only then I can make sure that, okay, this application can be shared with the client. Okay, so in the real-time scenarios team, in the real-time scenario, what happens is we do have dev environment, we do have QA environment. So in the dev environment, development team will be developing the code. Once they are done with the development activity, they will deploy the code to the QA environment wherein we are going to test it. Okay, we'll filter all the defects. These are the defects. Say for example, 10 defects. Now what I will do, say I found 10 defects. What I will do? Oh, I found 10 defects. I am not going to share with anyone. Will you do that? No. Obviously, those should get fixed, right? So what you have to do, you have to share it with the development team again. You need to tell, boss, these are the defects that I got. Okay, you go ahead and fix it. Okay, then again they are going to fix all these 10 defects. Again, they are going to give us another build for testing. Now again, we are going to test it. We'll make sure that these defects are not existing. These defects are got fixed. So once we are done with this testing, okay, we are going to sign off. These are the technical terminologies team, do remember. We are going to sign off the activity, sign off the testing activity. Sign off in the sense, we are going to ensure that, oh, yes, this application is approved. Say for example, you bought a refrigerator at your home or an AC at your home. You can see a sticker, okay, tested okay, right? At the back or at the bottom, okay, you should be able to see that. Did anyone notice it? Okay, tested okay. A sticker, okay, that will be that
Yes,
will be
yes,
right?
yes.
So that means it is tested, it is approved by the testing team. Okay, so that is what we call it as sign off. Okay, so we are going to sign off saying yes, this product is working fine without any defects. So only once we go ahead and say approved, okay, only then this application will be shared with the client. This application will be shared with the client, and client will come and re-verify this application. Once he re-verifies, if he feels that yes, everything is okay, then he will ask the development team to move the application to the production. So this is how the process goes in the real-time scenarios. Understood everyone, team? Any questions so far?
No, sure.
Any questions? All right, okay, team. Thing is, I need to hop up to another meeting. Okay, my meeting has already got started. Okay, I'm running out of time. So probably you can just let Sweta know. Okay, whether you want to go with me or not. Okay, and based on your feedback, we can go ahead and schedule our timing. Okay, training timing, and we can go ahead and meet in the next day or the. Okay, yeah. Please give the feedback to